What if I told you that someone could make you do something completely against your will without laying a single finger on you? No chains, no threats, just words, timing, and a deep understanding of how your mind works. This is dark psychology, and it operates in daily relationships. Today, we are going to build a mental firewall to stop it. To start, I want you to pick one specific person in your life. Choose a relationship that consistently leaves you feeling guilty, anxious, or confused, and keep them in mind as your test case for this tutorial. By the end of this video, you will move from being a passive target to an active defender, equipped with a concrete protocol to shut down their manipulation. Step 1 is mapping your vulnerabilities. Manipulators succeed because they observe and exploit natural biological vulnerabilities and default responses. They flow with human nature, not against it. We are biologically wired to trust kindness, which manipulators use as a setup before exploiting you. They also hijack empathy, weaponizing guilt to control your behavior. Finally, they exploit your drive for consistency, feeding you escalating demands to trap you in bad situations. Your best psychological traits, your kindness, empathy, and loyalty, are the exact access points a manipulator targets first. Step 2 is the audit. Bring your chosen person back to mind, and let's evaluate their behavior against a rapid-fire 5-point diagnostic checklist. Tactic 1 is gaslighting, designed to make you question your reality until you stop trusting yourself. Tactic 2 is love bombing, overwhelming you with early affection to build a massive psychological debt. That early affection is transactional. They withdraw it, forcing compliance to earn it back. Tactic 3, the silent treatment, triggering fear of abandonment. Tactic 4, triangulation, introducing a third party to manufacture jealousy. Tactic 5, foot in the door, extracting tiny agreements you can't refuse. Those tiny agreements incrementally escalate. You agree to one small request, then a larger one, until you are trapped in a massive, toxic commitment. Recognizing these 5 tactics removes the illusion of a complicated relationship. It exposes a systemic pattern of deliberate control. Step 3 is executing the pause and protect protocol. The moment you spot any of these 5 tactics, deploy these 3 defensive maneuvers. Defense 1, trust your gut over their explanation. Hold on to your initial feeling of discomfort and ignore the logical excuses the manipulator provides to justify their actions. Defense 2 is to kill the urgency. Manipulators rely on fast, pressured decisions to bypass your critical thinking. To stop this, use this exact phrase, "I need to think about this," then physically walk away. Time is your primary shield. Defense 3, document the pattern. You prove manipulation by observing a 3-month cycle of behavior, not an isolated bad day. Time and objective observation serve as the primary counters to the speed and emotional confusion generated by dark psychology. Step 4 is establishing the boundary. You need a comparative baseline to confidently distinguish between a toxic tactic and a healthy interaction. Toxic manipulation dictates reality, while healthy dynamics respect your perception. Toxic love bombing is a transactional setup for control. Healthy affection expects nothing. The toxic silent treatment induces panic, whereas a healthy need for space is always clearly communicated. This boundary framework acts as a filter. You can immediately flag and reject any interaction that falls into the toxic column. You have successfully mapped your vulnerabilities, completed your boundary audit, and locked in your defense protocol. Identifying these tactics shifts the balance of the interaction. Once you can name the technique, you are no longer reacting to a feeling. You are beginning the process of observing a behavior. Test your new firewall this week. Apply just one defensive tactic, like forcing a pause on an urgent request, and carefully observe the other person's reaction. Next week, we will break down the specific life cycle and warning signs of a narcissistic relationship. A manipulator's effectiveness often relies on their target's lack of awareness. With this protocol in place, you move from passive observation to active defense.